Okay, what do we... I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. Somebody's gonna have to get down. Hi guys, welcome back. This is Erin from Painting Those Piggies, and today I am back with another round of weekly manis where I share the nail polishes that I wore throughout this week. So this week will be Sunday through Friday. Today is Friday, so I'm not gonna go into a lot. I'm not gonna talk your ear off. We're just gonna get right into the nails. So first I'm going to start with what I wore on Sunday, and on Sunday my husband and I went to see Thor Ragnarok, which honestly I could take or leave, you know, the Avengers movies. Some of them I like, some of them I don't like, but I actually really like this one. I thought it was really funny. If you can hear jingling, it's a cat, Torty cat down there, but I liked the movie, and so that Saturday, the night before, I wanted to do some nail art, which in hindsight, the nail art I'm going to show you doesn't really make sense for the movie. Why is there a gnat? In hindsight, the nail art I did doesn't really make sense for the movie. If you've seen the movie, you'll understand why, but I should have probably done red because Thor is more like red and browns and blacks, but I chose blue for some reason. It was just stuck in my mind to do a deep blue. So the blue I chose is one from my October polish haul, and this is OPI's Light My Sapphire. This is from like a collection from 2007, but for some reason mine is the new bottle and I found it at TJ Maxx a couple weeks ago, so I don't know, but it's like it's not frosty, it's like a metallic deep blue. I don't mind metallics at all, so I really liked it, and it was super easy to apply. So I did that as a base on all my nails, and then to kind of represent like Thor's lightning, I chose this polish, and this is OPI's Pure 18 karat white gold silver top coat. This has been in my collection for a couple of years now, and I never really have worn it, but for some reason recently I've really liked wearing it, so I paired these two together, and this I wanted to represent the lightning, which I think turned out pretty well. And then for the hammer, Thor's hammer, I just used acrylic paints. It did take me a couple tries to get it right. I recently like bought a bunch of acrylic paints and like some tiny paint brushes, so that's what I've been using for nail art, and it is infinitely easier than using nail polish for nail art. So I just used some acrylic paints to paint the hammer. So that was what I wore on Sunday. That was like my manicure for the movies. Next up, we're switching gears, and I did a shimmer polish, and this one I kind of just picked randomly. A couple of these picks from this week were just random polishes. This was in like my D-stash bucket that I recovered. So I had a bunch, like a shoebox full of nail polish that originally I was going to de-stash, but then I pulled them all back in. A lot of them I kept for comparisons, but this one was really pretty, and it's a really interesting polish, but I don't think it's really like me. It's not a me color. If you watch my videos before, you'll know that like rosy colors really are not my ideal nail polish shade, but this one is Zoya Tess, and I think it was one I picked up during the Zoya Earth Day sale. Millie! She's rubbing her face on dirty makeup brushes. So I picked this one up during the Zoya Earth Day sale, and this one is really interesting. I don't think it's available anymore. I did look on Zoya's website because I wanted to see what they thought it was compared to what I think it is, and it is a shimmer polish. It's almost like if you were to take like rose, copper, and then rose gold and like put them all together in a polish. It's a really, really interesting, unique color, and there also are tiny bits of silver glitter in it, like very small. You'd have to be like up close on your nails to be able to see the silver, but it does show through. It's just not a polished for me. I mean, I can deal with rose gold and I like copper, but anything that's sort of like more towards rose, I don't know. Maybe it just clashes with my skin tone, but this again is Zoya Tess. It has a great formula. If I don't mention the formula, it means it was good. Next up is one that like kind of rocked my world like in a weird way. For some reason, like I was gonna destash this polish and I'll tell you why in a second, but this is OPI's Uh-Oh Roll Down the Window. And for some reason, it never occurred to me that this was referencing like farting in the car. I never, like, for some reason I always thought it was related to barfing, which I have like a weird phobia about barfing. So I was gonna destash it because of the name, because I always associated it with vomiting, which I have a problem. Like, I don't know why they show it on TV. It drives me insane. It's just disgusting to me. But now that I know that it's related to farting in the car with the windows up, I'm totally okay with keeping it. I didn't realize that until somebody wrote a comment on my Instagram and I was like, what was I thinking? I think I was just so afraid that it was what I was thinking it was that I just like blocked it out of my mind that it could be anything else. And I know that was like a ridiculous explanation, but now that I know that it's not related to barfing, I'm fine with keeping it. So this is OPI's Uh-Oh Roll Down the Window, which now that I think about it, think it through like with common sense, I understand like the reference, but I was just so worried about it that it was bothering me. But now that I'm fine with it, this is like an army green. It's very like murky, swampy, dusty. It is a cream polish. I really like the color. I didn't have any problems with the color before. I like these ugly, pretty colors. It was just the name because it was something I thought it was. It's crazy to me. So like when I wore this on Tuesday, like my world was rocked like in a really stupid way. This is from the Touring America collection, which at this point is like several years old. I only have a couple from this collection because that was like pre me collecting nail polishes, but I really do like this color. It's definitely one of those ugly pretty colors, but at least now I know that I can keep it without like being worried about the name, which it's just like a personal thing. It's just a phobia of mine, but I'm definitely okay with it now. This one had a great formula, 2 easy coats, and that is OPI's Uh-Oh Roll Down the Window. Next we move on to Wednesday's manicure, and this was from the Essie Winter 2017 collection. I do have a full review and swatches of that entire collection, which was 6 polishes. This one I wore and I really, really loved it, and this is Essie's Ring in the Bling. This is the one in the collection that's like a pinky red with like a lot of gold shimmer in it, and it ends up looking like a ruby, like a gemstone on your nails. It's so gorgeous. It's like, it's just fiery and beautiful, and I know that like I don't normally like reds, but this one I really, really liked. It reminds me of one of my favorite Essies, which is Wrapped in Rubies. And I just think it's gorgeous. It's so glowy and stunning on the nails, and it has a great formula too. So that again is Essie's Ring in the Bling. Millie, we're missing a polish. Come help me. Come on. Thank you, baby. Next up, I have Thursday's manicure, which was yesterday, and this day I just wanted something purple. Normally I'm very finicky about purples. Like, it has to be the right shade of purple, otherwise I just think it looks bad on me. So I was digging through my stash, looking through purples that I hadn't worn for a while, because for the sake of this video, I kind of feel like if I keep repeating polishes, then it's gonna get boring. So I've tried to do a different nail polish color every single day, which it would take me a lot of days to run out of polishes, but I wanted a purple, and this one I saw, it's also from that Touring America collection, same as the green polish, but this is OPI's Honk If You Love OPI. This one, actually last night I started swatching polishes for my new dupe series, which I haven't made any videos yet, but I did the swatches for 3 different ones. So this will be one of the color categories that shows up in one of those first 3 videos. And this I'm considering like a deep grape purple. It's definitely purple, but in some lights it can look like very vampy and black. It is a cream polish. The only thing about this polish is it's kind of got a crack crappy formula. It's very runny almost, and I noticed that it had a tendency to like run down the sides of my nails. So when I applied it, I had to be very careful not to apply too much because otherwise it just went everywhere. So although I do like the color, the formula is not great. It's definitely workable, and it's 2 coats only. So, you know, I can deal with it based on the color, but this one you'll see in my latest dupe series, so I'm not going to compare it to anything that might be close to this because it'll be in that video. But I did pair this nail polish with one of my favorite glitters. It's actually one of my most used glitters for some reason, and this one is OPI's Save Me. It's from the Nicki Minaj collection, and yes, it has bar glitter in it, but the bar glitter is different colors and it's holographic, and it's not too terrible to work with. It's not one of those bar glitters that just like sticks up everywhere on the nails. It's definitely workable. My bottle is well loved, and so it's a little bit thicker than like if you were to just open a brand new bottle of it. So mine, I just did 1 coat on 2 nails on each hand. So the swatches you'll see, it is a little bit thick, but I left it like that on purpose just so that I could get a good glitter coverage. But I really like this polish. I use it a lot as an accent nail in my manicures. So that was Thursday's manicure. Honk if you love OPI with OPI Save Me. And last up, I have what is on my nails today. I think I just wore so many colors this week that I needed like a palette cleanser. And if you're not familiar with that term, it's pretty much like you're worn out of color and you need like a nude or a neutral or something soft, just kind of to cleanse your nail polish palette and just restart things so you're ready to apply like regular colors again. And this one I kind of just picked randomly. I knew I wanted like a nude, but I didn't know what I wanted to wear. So I saw this one. I had never worn it before. This is a mini bottle, and this is Deborah Lippmann's Born This Way. I have to say, I'm very obsessed with this color. It's almost like a blush nude. So it is very nude, but it has a lot of pink in it. I'm kind of obsessed with this color. It's what's on my nails right now. It was like the perfect palette cleanser for me, and I really love it. I love the way it makes my nails look. They look girly and dainty, I guess, even though they're a little bit longer, but I think it makes them look like so soft and feminine. However, the formula on this one left a lot to be desired. I was very displeased with the formula. It almost needed 4 coats to be fully opaque, which past 3 kind of annoys me. It more than annoys me, but 4 I just think is kind of ridiculous. But at that point, it was probably 9 o'clock at night, which is not that late, but I get up early, so it's late to me. But at that point, it was pretty late in the night, and so I just slapped 4 coats on a couple of nails. Most of them were 3 coats, but some of them were 4 coats. I don't know what it was. It was just so streaky, and it was hard to manipulate on the nails. I'm not one that like brushes the nails a lot with polish. I'm pretty much just do a couple of swipes and then the nail is covered, but this one for some reason wanted to be clumpy, streaky, just it was a mess, but the color is so good. If the formula was better, it'd probably be in my top favorite Deborah Lippmann's, but the formula, it just can't. It just can't. It won't make it in there because it's just too much work. But I did enjoy it. Again, this is Deborah Lippmann's Born This Way. So that is it for my weekly manis for this week. As always, feel free to share your manicures of the week down below in the comments. I just love to hear what you guys are wearing, and I think it's just like a fun way to interact with each other. So I hope you guys enjoyed another round of weekly manis, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye. Oh my gosh, we have a kitty helper. Oh, we match. Daddy's home. Daddy's home.